You know, if you head down to Jonesboro and get on Highway 81 out towards Sulphur Springs, and you go past Sulphur Springs, you head on toward Fall Branch, you're going to run in to Rooster Rob's. It's in a converted farmhouse there, huge rooster outside. You can't miss it. I'm joined by Rob Gragg today. And Rob, we're talking biscuits. This is one of your all signature dishes you have going on is your homemade biscuits. Get us started on how you make your homemade
Yes, it is. All right, I'm going to get right into this because it takes a few minutes.
All right.
What you do, self-rising flour.
Okay.
Always use a self-rising flour if you're going to make a biscuit. Depending on how much, I would usually use a whole can of this and make about 30 biscuits. So you're looking at a big sifter looking at about 30 biscuits. I'm not going to make 30. I don't have space for 30.
For your breakfast, you need to make big batches of biscuits.
Exactly. I would make probably close to 100 on a weekend day.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to get my flour in there.
Okay.
After that, we have our secret ingredient, which I can't tell you what it is, but it's really sweet. So we're going to throw a little bit of that in there.
He's keeping some secrets to himself.
Yeah, we're going to throw a little bit of that in there.
Okay.
Okay, and then you always got to use a shortening.
Right.
And I will drop a couple of name brands on you. I would use for flour.
Right.
The White Lily flour is the best for biscuits.
White Lily, okay, very good.
That's the best, and we use Crisco for our shortening.
All right.
And once you get your shortening in there, the secret to this is getting your shortening broken up really well.
Mm-hmm. And you do all this by hand?
I do all these by hand. We make everything by hand at the restaurant. We do. We make all of our dressings in-house. We try to shop local and get local products as best as we can too. You know, talking about like summertime now, we got the local tomatoes are great right now. We do we get our sausage locally as well.
Okay. And when you get out, you want to keep that at room temperature. You know, some people talk about they put butter and stuff, it's cold, but you know, the shortening is just room temperature. You're just breaking it up in
exactly. Shortening is room temperature. It holds up pretty well as long as you don't have it in a super hot spot where it'll liquefy on you, you're fine.
Okay.
But you do not need to refrigerate it. Okay, and what I'm going to do on here is I got all the shortening broken up in there, and then the last ingredient is the buttermilk. This is the hard part. If you put too much buttermilk, you're going to have too wet of a texture of your dough.
So you want to start out a little less, and you can always add more.
Exactly. You can add more. Don't pour half a gallon in there. You're going to have lots of biscuits.
And biscuits, you know, breakfast is such a big meal for you all out there because I've been there for your breakfast, and you have a great breakfast menu, don't you?
We do everything, like we said, we do everything, we cook to order, so you're not going to buy something that's been sitting in a steam pan. If you order an omelet, I'm going to cook it right after the ticket comes in. We do great omelets. Our French toast is probably our signature item. We've got a French toast that's about 2 inches thick.
And tell us about your restaurant hours right now.
Restaurant hours, we are open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. That's the only 3 days that we are open, so get out there on one of those days and see me.
And your breakfast, lunch, and dinner on those days?
Yes, we are. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And
I love the seating arrangements out there because it is a farmhouse that's been converted into a restaurant. Different rooms, different seating. It's very intimate setting for folks to come and enjoy a great meal.
It is. I think a lot of people, you know, it's kind of a getaway. People come out there and eat, and they'll come in the door not really sure what to expect, and when they leave, they're smiling and laughing and talking to tables next to them, and they've made new friends when they come to eat.
That is exactly the truth. I've had so many great conversations with other customers out there while we're just sitting there enjoying our meal. And talk to us, you know, dinner and lunch. I mean, breakfast is a big deal, but dinner and lunch are also great menu items as well.
Yes, we do. Burgers is what I would recommend folks try when they come out. I know you hear people say you can get a burger on any corner. You can't get a burger as good as we serve on any corner. I promise you. If you find a better burger, I want to know where it's at.
All right.
I don't think you will.
So what we got going on with the biscuits?
All right, we got a pretty solid dough here. Mm-hmm. Probably if anything, you would add a little bit of buttermilk. I think we're good on it though.
Okay.
And what we're going to do now, we're going to lay down
a little flour.
A little bit of flour to roll it on.
Okay.
If it were a little bit wetter, you'd want to lay down more flour.
All right.
But I think it's good.
So you're going to roll these out.
What we're going to do now is we're going to pull it out of our bowl. I've mixed it with a large fork and done most of my mixing in the bowl, so I've already kind of started the kneading process.
All right. Well, we're going to let you continue on with these biscuits. We'll be back in just a few moments, and we'll pick it up.
All right.
Getting those ready for the oven. All right.
Sounds great.
It's
Sounds great.
Rooster Rob's there at 2544 Highway 81 North there in Jonesboro. There's the number, and they're on Facebook as well.